Alright, everybody. Shoe Shack Redemption here for Season 7 of the Indiana Pacers rebuild. It's not really a rebuild anymore, it's more of like a dynasty continuation. But I'll just keep it titled Rebuild. You can see we're coming off 3 straight 70-plus win seasons, 73 wins in 2 of those. All 3 of these years ending in a championship. We're pretty much looking to run it back. You can see in the power rankings they all have the Blazers. Well, not this one. They have the Blazers ahead of the Pacers, and that's who I've beat in the finals the last 2 seasons. If I go here, you can see last year was in 7 games, 6 the year before that, and then it was the Lakers 3 seasons ago in 7 games. So it hasn't been super easy, I would say, to win the finals. Got 3 different finals MVPs. But the reason I say we're running it back is really the team's the same. The only changes from last season, I've decided that Reggie's going to start. I did look at trade offers for Derek Harper and have decided I'm not really going to get somebody better than him to be like that backup point guard and shooting guard that I would be looking for anyway in a trade. So, I could look for another position, I guess, but then that means one of these other guys wouldn't be playing, and Nate McMillan would have to be my backup point guard, and I just think Derek Harper's a better choice. I still have him for 3 more seasons, I think. Yeah, 3 more seasons, so if I decide to trade him at some point, I will, but he's still a very dependable player. You saw he averaged 15 points last season. He stepped it up a bit because Ewing was hurt for, 23 games. And he went down, I think, 1. So now technically Reggie is better than him. So he's an 83, Harper's an 82, but up 1 to make him an 83. So the only other difference from my rotation is that Kemp replaces where Sam Perkins was before. So Kemp's essentially my backup center, playing the minutes when Ewing is off the court. Green's playing about the same as he did last year, 23. Drazen's playing about the same as well, 12. So really the main thing is Harper and Reggie switched roles and essentially minutes too. Yeah, so that's it. We've got pretty good depth here. If there are some injuries, other than the Patrick Ewing one, we've made it out pretty safe throughout the years. We'll see if that continues. I think I've done everything else. I loaded in the 1990 class. You can see here the mock draft to start the season. So Gary Payton, I'd say, is the top prize here for 1990. Coleman was the real-life #1 pick. He would be a good asset for anyone. Kendall Gill, Abdul Rauf, 3D. Pretty good players. Sabalos, Kukoc, D. Brown. But other than Peyton, I think Peyton's the only Hall of Famer based on NBA career. So, and my picks are the Pistons, who right now look to be, or I guess based on last season, they were 6th. And then I have the Sixers, which is top 10 protected, and they're still a pretty good team. So that pick, I'm guessing, might not stay with me, but we'll see. What else? I think we're good to go. There's no free agents, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 69 is the top of the list. I think I already did. I hope I already did numbers and stuff for people. I want to say I did. I need to find somebody who switched teams to confirm that, or find somebody. Where's Smits got in the expansion draft, and he was a weird number before. Okay, so I made him 24 because that's what he was at the start of his career. So I think I already did numbers and positions and things like that for the teams so that the right people might play and avoid fake people playing. But it's kind of neat to see how these new teams do. So Minnesota and Orlando are both new this year. And Charlotte and Miami will be in their second seasons. We'll see what Michael Jordan can do in his second year in Miami. Blazers, again, look pretty stacked with Olajuwon and Drexler. Spurs are pretty good. Rockets look pretty good. So let's just dive on in. As usual, we'll go week by week and check the stats along the way. I've got Derek Harper on the trading block, and I don't need Stockton on here anymore because we already signed him. Ewing, Rodman. Okay. We'll simulate. All right. We got a trade offer already. So Tree Rollins, who kept popping up in my trade offers before, like during the draft. All right, 2 wins. We beat the Heat by 30. We'll see what Jordan did against me. I had 4 guys score 20 points to start off the season. I'll take that. Kellogg, Stockton, Ewing, and Harper. Harper got 5 steals off the bench. Wow. Reggie kicks it off with a pretty good game there. 17. I'll take that. Drazen, 16 points in 13 minutes without making a 3. Sean Kemp's first career game, not so great. He did get 3 blocks, 4 fouls in 13 minutes. Poor shooting game. Rodman gets 8 rebounds without shooting a shot. Jordan didn't even lead their team in scoring. That was Dantley, who they picked up this year. Then beat the Lakers by 8. Ewing, only 5 rebounds, but 28 on efficient shooting. Reggie shot a lot, not very good percentage. Stockton was good. Harper was good. I'm hoping Harper will be in the 6th man running. I mean, he definitely would be with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, but I don't know that he'll average that. Because back when he was off my bench, so like 86, 87, he was only averaging 12, so he never really got much consideration at that point. See if he can get up there. Drazen didn't shoot very well. We got Dominique getting 25, Willis, Magic, Joe Barry Carroll. All right, play Michael Jordan in the Heat again. All right, 5-0 to start. Beat the Bullets by 18. Ewing with 29. Reggie goes off for 24. Kellogg with a good game. Drazen again, getting those shots up. Stockton didn't shoot well, but 15 assists I'll take. Harper struggled. Green with 11 rebounds off the bench, while Rodman fouled out in 21 minutes, so nice the AC can step in and step up. Jeff Malone getting 17. Charles Barkley fouled out in 17 minutes at 7 points, so that's going to hurt his average so far. Beat the Hawks by 21. Purpose short. We got Arvidas in his 4th season, averaging a double-double, or 20-10 double-double. Not shooting very well, though. Special K, 29 and 12. Reggie, 20 points, made 9 free throws. Stockton's having a great start to the year, other than the 1 poor shooting game. Sean Kemp hasn't really done too much in his minutes, but we'll see. Might take an injury to see what he's capable of. There he goes, 10 points in 12 minutes. Reggie is doing better than I expected so far. 28 points. He's averaging 21 and a half. That's a big step up. It's 3 more points per 36. Still shooting very well. 3-pointers are ridiculous so far, 56%. And it's not really hurting anybody else. Kellogg's been up at the top. Ewing's been usually at the top. I feel like Stockton's scoring. Yeah, he's scoring more so far. Not shooting as well. 15 rebounds for Rodman. That's all we need you to do there, Dennis. They got Dana Barros as their top 10 draft pick. I can't tell if he's starting. He is their starting point guard, it looks like. Let's see if we can go 9-0 to start this season. Yes, we do. So beat the Jazz by 5. They were terrible last year, and they're 3-6, which is probably better than what they started out last year. They got Dale Ellis, who's like, I think their only scorer at this point. Well, Griffith still scores, but not as much. He's shooting poor, not playing as much. They got Mark Jackson, who has been terrible at shooting his whole career so far. Oh, 40-point game from Patrick Ewing. Reggie gets 20 again. Reggie Miller might be on his way to like an all-star game. We'll see. Harper, not a good shooting game there. I was expecting more rebounds from Rodman, but he's like almost immortal at them from an attribute standpoint. Only beat the expansion Magic by 7. Tim Hardaway, ooh, well, looking like the rookie of the year so far. 18 points, 7 assists, shooting amazing. They have Harvey Grant, Brian Shaw in the Magic, that's fun. Stockton leading the team, Harper with another good game. Kellogg didn't shoot well. Ewing really struggled, 3 of 14. Kemp only 1 for 5. Beat the Hawks again, this time by 27. Ewing with a monster game. Stockton with a monster game. Derek Harper fouled out, so Stockton played 40 minutes. Reggie has been amazing so far. Rodman 0 for 5, but had 11 boards. Purvis Short still balling, getting 19 points per game. And they beat the Celtics, who are only 2 and 6. They still have their key guys. They have Bird, McHale. I see Dennis Johnson. Parrish must be hurt. I'm pretty sure Parrish is still on the team. Larry Bird's still good here. 21, 7 and 7, shooting 50%. They got Del Curry, who finally gets to play. He's been sitting on the free agent list for, he's drafted in 86. We missed 86, 87, and 88 seasons. So now he finally gets on a team. Oh, Reggie Miller, 32 points. This was also in overtime, and we allowed them 2 points. 2 points in overtime. That's some good defense. Harper fouled out again. How's Sean Kemp doing? Yeah, 34%. That's really awful. We're going to hope that improves at some point. I feel like Rodman's been, 33%. Not great shooting from a couple of my big guys. Let's keep rolling here. Try to get to 10 and 0. How about 11 and 0? We've played the Heat 3 times already in our first 11 games and beat them every time. They're 5 and 7. I think they barely made the playoffs last year. Michael Jordan's right there getting 13 points. He is averaging more than he did last year, so that's cool. Hopefully he can get better than an 89 overall at some point. That'd be nice. It'd help if he could be in a contending position. He never made the playoffs, or made it once maybe with the Bulls, and then left for warmer weather. Reggie, that's his worst game so far. 2 for 10, didn't make a 3. Nuggets are 8 and 2. Wow. Ewing's averaging 24 and tying his rebounds from last season so far, shooting 55%. His blocks have gone down a little bit. We'll see. He's playing, I think I have him at 36. He's actually playing more. He played 38 in that game. Harper 1 for 9. Ouch. AC Green is possibly earning minutes over Rodman if he's going to shoot that much better than him. I might actually do that. Well, he just went 4 for 5, so maybe now's not the time to do that. James Worthy averaging 22, got 33 against me. I think they just got, Robertson's been leaping around from team to team ever since the Sixers. I think they declined his 4th-year option for whatever reason. Let's keep going. Let's do another week before we see if we should do anything with Rodman. We get our first loss there. Started out 13 and 0 and lost by 1 to the Warriors. I don't know how good they are. We'll find out. Ewing and Stockton had a great game against the Jazz. Reggie was good. Rodman was decent. Dale Ellis still averaging lots of points. We just killed the Knicks. They're 8 and 8, but we beat them by 42. Patrick Ewing decided to go crazy on the team that could have had him. but I had their pick, so I kind of stole them. Rodman didn't shoot that time, so that's not going to affect his percentage. Who do they have? They've got William Bedford leading their team. They still have Bernard, who's still averaging 25 points. He is just so consistent here. So all the seasons you see on the screen are what we've played so far. So this is season 7. Bernard King has been someone to deal with. And then the barely 500 Warriors beat us with a comeback in the fourth quarter. They've got Danny Manning coming off his Rookie of the Year season, getting 31 points. They've got Reggie Lewis, who's still doesn't look like he's starting. They signed Michael Adams, who doesn't look like he's starting. Kenny Smith might be starting, but he fouled out. They've got Manute Bol. They did get Sam Perkins signed up. He's shooting terrible. So he was playing big minutes for me and even took on the starting role when Ewing got hurt. Well, it wasn't Ewing's fault with another 40-point game. It wasn't Stockton's fault. It looks like it might have been Sean Kemp with his 1 for 7 shooting. Ouch. I think Kemp maybe's about to get benched for Vlade Divac if he's going to shoot 31%. That's really bad. Like, really bad. Let's do one more week. Let's get through the month, and then I'll check stats to see if I want to switch the rotation a bit. Vlade for Vincent in a second. No thanks. We lost again to the Suns this time after a 38-point win over the Bullets. Ewing has been on a great stretch. Kellogg still averaging 18 and 8, shooting 52%. He's not happy. I think it's because he's not making enough money. I'm not sure what's happening. It says he's extremely loyal, but also that finance security is extremely important. But it also says I'm happy here, would like to extend my contract immediately. So I'm a little confused why he's upset, but he wants to extend his contract, so okay. Where's Barkley? Barkley must be hurt. So Jeff Malone's about all they have from a scoring standpoint. The Suns are 8 and 9. We're losing to mediocre teams. I don't like that. Tom Chambers, who was on my team several years ago, the year right before, no, that was my first championship. So he does have a championship with the Pacers. He's been a very consistent player as well. I played him the least, I'm sure, yeah. They got Dumars, who's also been hopping around from team to team last few seasons. So Ewing, not so great in that one, 8 for 21. Stockton struggled. Rodman didn't do much. And then we beat the Cavs by almost 30. They're terrible, 3 and 12. We got a 20-20 game from Ewing. Also 6 assists and 3 blocks. Reggie goes 4 for 4 from 3. Stockton has had lots and lots of double-doubles. I feel like it's been almost every game. 14 out of 17. Pretty good ratio. He's averaging a lot more points. I'm not sure why he's shooting so much more, if that's the case. I'm not sure whose points he's taking away from, because Ewing's averaging, way more than last year. Reggie's averaging more than last year. Kellogg's is just a bit shy. Oh, Harper's really taken a step back. So maybe he won't be in the 6-man running if he's only going to average 10 points. I thought it'd be more than that. And Rodman struggling still. Cavs have Kevin Johnson, who's on his 3rd team in 3 seasons. That's going to be hard for him to get better if he keeps jumping around. All right, let's see the news around the league. Not much here. We had a re-sign of Kevin Gamble. We have Daryl Griffith, who's torn his Achilles. That's gonna hurt his career. Kenny Smith broke his leg. Dana Barros broke his ankle. Chuck Person broke his leg. Some bad injuries. Player of the week, Ewing has it twice. Marquise Johnson got it the first week. Magic's got it a few times. Danny Manning. Player of the month, we've got Marquise and Magic, and then Ewing and Olajuwon. Rookie of the month, Hardaway and Pooh in the East. Sean Elliott and Blaylock in the West. All right, I do want to look at this because evidently Kellogg is on here. Oops. So nobody with 1 year, but Kellogg will re-sign, and he has 2 years left on his deal. So he's 28. He will be 29 next year. I don't know that I want to sign him yet, but I can see what he wants. Looks like he's the only one that's even available. He's been super dependable for this team. He's been the number 1 option, the number 2 option, number 3 option even. I think he was hurt 1 year, I want to say. Yeah, second season he missed some games and maybe most of the playoffs in 1 year. Let's see. It will go down to probably around 2 million, but it's 3 more years. No, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. We will wait. I don't want to lock him up with that contract, so sorry, Clark. All right. Let's do a little check here. So Stockton is shooting amazing now and playing more minutes than I have him. Reggie also shooting amazing and playing more minutes. I don't know why people are playing weird minutes. Maybe because people are fouling out. Harper is doing well, so I don't think I need to do anything with my guard minutes. Drazen is shooting better. His threes are still struggling for some reason. He's 99 at them. It's really weird. So that seems fine. Rodman's at 38. I mean, if he gets back up to 42, I could live with that. He is getting 10 rebounds now, which is nice. But I might be taking a minute away from him because AC Green is, I mean, it looks just better. I'm sure he's not as good at defense, but he can play another minute for Rodman. Kellogg is good to go. Ewing has been amazing. And then Kemp. Oh, God. I'm going to give Kemp a little break. Like, do that and let Divock play. Ewing could take another minute even, but I'm afraid he's going to get hurt. So let's just do AC. Where can AC take a minute from Rodman? He could in the fourth or the second. Let's just do it in the fourth. Right there. All right, we're going to save that as the new lineup. And we're going to see how Vlade does because Kemp is really struggling. Like really, really struggling. His per 36 average would be crazy if he was shooting like even 43%, but 33 is not going to cut it. I guess I can switch his, oops, not that. One of the things I've done offline is the training. I'm going to change that to high since he's not playing now, and we'll switch Divock to medium. Hopefully avoid an injury there. All right, quick look at the draft board. So the Pistons right now are the 5th worst team. It's like Dennis Scott, or Dennis Scott. 2 of the drafts have Peyton first, 1 has Coleman first. And the Sixers are only 12th. Wow. So if they get in the top 10, they keep their pick. But if it's 11th or 12th, that might be the best bet for me. Getting somebody like Cedric Sabalas wouldn't be terrible. And standings. Let's just go by the league. The Nuggets are 14-4. I don't know why when I sort by percentage it's not putting The Nuggets first. Or the Blazers in front of the Nuggets, I mean. That's weird. Bulls are awful. 3-14. Okay. I think we just keep going here. There's no real trade offers I want to make unless I'm trading Sean Kemp. Because he's been awful. Oh. Speaking of trade offers, Hobson and a first for Drazen. Not yet. I mean, Drazen might be on the trade block, but we'll see. Alright, we'll just go through here. How many? I have quite a few to do. We'll just go through and get some of the good guys first. Lost to the Nuggets this time by 1, so they were the ones close behind me. Beat the Kings by 15. Vincent Askew leads their team. What the heck? Okay. They have rookie Sean Elliott getting 17 points, shooting pretty well. I think this is a team, their roster overall wise is one of the worst, so the fact that they're 8-12 is actually surprising to me. Reggie got 28 points without making a 3, but he was 14 for 14 from the line. Ewing fouled out. Kellogg fouled out. The minutes are kind of weird to me, but I'm guessing it's just because people are fouling out. The Hornets are 9-13. We beat them by 20. They got Charles Smith getting 25 points. Armin Gilliam getting 13 per game. This team does not look very good either. Reggie with another great game. Kellogg not shooting very well, so 0 for 3 from 3. Rodman fouled out. Who's fouling out the most? He's fouling out quite a bit, so taking that minute away might help him. Help him play longer. So they're now 16-6. Looks like the third quarter, we got out to a 17-point lead in the first, but got beat by 10 in the third and the second. So just really struggled in the middle of the game. Kiki Vandeweghe had 38 points. Holy moly. We got Rick Mahorn here. He was on my team last year. Didn't really play that much, I don't think. 24 games. So it's when I think I either signed him at the trade deadline or started playing him when Ewing got hurt or something like that. Got a 30-point game from Kellogg in this loss. Stockton missed 1 shot, had 18 assists. Reggie was good, except not so good from 3. Derek Harper was 0 for 7. If you just make a shot, dude, we win the game. Got to pay attention to Vlade, too. Won by 12 against the Celtics, who are almost to 500. So in these games so far, Vlade is doing much better than Kemp. So Kemp was the 4th pick. Is that right? 4th pick. And Vlade I got with the 15th. And Vlade is doing better. He's 4 worse overall, but whatever. Stats say otherwise. Larry Bird gets 36. There's Parrish. So he is still playing. Not as much. 28 minutes. Decent player still. All right, 18-3. Whoops. I guess I didn't delete that. We'll just be using the global game plan for that, and we win all the games. So BJ and a first from the Nets, who haven't been very good, but they have David Robinson and Mitch Richmond for Drazen. So is Drazen now more start? Oh, he's only 2.5. Oh, he's averaging 26 points per 36. He's kind of the guy, once I trade Harper, I want him to play, pretty much be my 6th man, play the Harper minutes. I just would have to play Nate McMillan, but it looks like it might be time for that. Or BJ could come. Oh, I don't really need a scorer like BJ. I could just play Nate McMillan. I mean, I do like first-round picks, and 92, it's a good year. I think I have to decline this for now. So 4 more wins, including a blowout of the Blazers, who are really good. So the Cavs are now 4-17. They've got rookie Sherman Douglas getting 12 points per game. They don't have much on this team. Bill Cartwright's one of their leading scorers. Might be their leading scorer, who knows. Reggie has led my team much more than I would have expected. Ewing fouled out, Rodman fouled out. So we got all these guys playing minutes. Divac went 0 for 3. I'm not sure what happened to the Blazers here, unless they're missing Olajuwon or Drexler. I'm going to guess Olajuwon fouled out. That's my guess. Vlade with a nice game, 4 for 6. I just don't know what Kemp was shooting to be going 33% or whatever he was. Olajuwon did not foul out. He got hurt in 6 minutes. He has a sprained left knee. That is very helpful. So, the first quarter was relatively close, but once he was out, it was game over. Beat the Sonics by 19. They are a 500 team. They've got McDaniel again. Alex English in his 3rd year in Seattle. Reggie Theus averaging more this year. Is he playing more? A little bit. That's about all the scoring they have on that team. Got a lot of guys in double digits again. Reggie leading the team once again. Can Rodman? He's over 40%. All right, that's all we're asking of you. He's happy. He's getting 12 rebounds per 36. Good stuff. Beat the Mavericks by 6. They're 12. There are a lot of around 500 teams, it seems. This was an overtime. Stockton fouled out early. Rodman fouled out. Benoit Benjamin getting 20 and 11. Double his average points. Ellie getting way more points. They got Mark Price getting 15 points per game. Blackman and Aguirre, their 2 main scorers, not so much in this one, and yet they took me to the limit. All right, let's get through. We have games on Christmas Eve and Christmas. That's kind of sad. Let's go ahead and finish these guys off. Oh, we lost again. So 24-4. Lost to the Spurs, who are probably pretty good, I hope. Hornets are 13-17. Beat them by 21. Stockton was good. Ewing was good. Rodman, 0 points, 13 rebounds. Gotta love it. This is John Williams. All right. No, Spurs are not very good. So we've lost to not great teams other than the Nuggets. Everybody else has been like a game below or above 500. This looks like Reggie's core shooting probably had a lot to do with it. Yep. Mullen got 27 on me. Oh my God, he's averaging 30 points. Oh boy. Brad Doherty looking pretty good. Who else they have? That's pretty much it. I mean, got a rookie Stacey King. Wow, not sure why I'm losing to that team. Beat the Bucks only by 7 though. Kenny Walker getting 20 points. Otis Thorpe, I think, is their best player overall wise. So they're another team. You look at their list, it's not very good. Ewing was good. Stockton, another double-double. Okay, what's his ratio now? 22 out of 26 or 28 games he's had a double-double. I'd say that's pretty good. Also getting 18 points. 18 points a game for John Stockton. Hopefully Rodman's percentage keeps going up. Vlade Divac has been pretty impressive so far. Seems like I made the right call on giving Sean Kemp some time to get better. Let's get through New Year's now. Kings should be a big blowout. Magic should be a blowout. Pistons and Clippers, I'm not sure about. That looks like a loss to the Clippers. Kevin Willis and a first for Derek Harper and a second. That's kind of interesting because that would allow Drazen to play those 6-man minutes like I was saying instead of Derek Harper. But Willis is 84 overall. He would be definitely my backup center, but he would also take power forward minutes from AC Green, who's not as good as him. I don't really need somebody that scores as much as him. Does he play defense? 83. He's an amazing offensive rebounder and good defensive rebounder. His help defense is 75. Consistency is not great. The Lakers' first-round pick isn't worth too much. I mean, in 93, it could be different, I guess, because that's 4 years from now. And Magic Johnson will be 34. Dominique will be 33. There's a chance neither of them are even on the team at that point. But I think I'm going to wait till the deadline and see what Derek Harper might be able to get me. I do feel like this might be the year that Harper gets traded. We'll decline this for now. Beat the Magic. All right. There were some blowouts there. But this 2-point loss to the Clippers, that's one of the better teams we've lost to so far. We had to make a comeback. We're down by 10 at halftime. Third quarter was pathetic, and then the fourth quarter we just didn't quite have enough time, it looks like. Karl Malone's averaging even less than last year. What's going on? Terry Cummings is still amazing. Byron Scott is also amazing. Ewing with 24 and 10. So AC is an 80 overall. I do like, he's playing well. He does a little bit of everything. Doesn't have to score a lot. He and Rodman are good role players. So Willis would just really take away any time that Vlade would play, and therefore Kemp, who's probably going to be getting mad at some point. But when you shoot 33%, you don't get to play, Sean. Magic are actually 14 and 15, so decent record for an expansion team. I don't know why Drazen only played 8 minutes. That's weird. He didn't foul out. I guess he could have gotten hurt just for the game. Ewan only had 12 points. That's, I think, a season low. Harvey Grant leading their team with 18. Here's my pick. The Pistons, 9 and 21. So last time we looked, they were the 5th worst. We'll see. That seems like it might be even worse than that now. Ewing and Stockton are at the top a lot. It'd be cool if Reggie could be at 20 points. He could take like a point or two away from Stockton. That'd be fine with me. Pistons have Nick Anderson as a rookie, doing pretty well. They signed Tony Campbell. And Doc Rivers, not shooting well. Bill Laimbeer's still on the team. Getting 14 rebounds again. He's a rebounding machine. And 31-point win over the 10 and 20 Kings. So Ewing's now averaging just 24, so it's settled down a little bit, but still a career high. Career high in points and rebounds. Blocks are down, though. Oh, they had 3 guys with 10 points, and all of them were barely. Vernon Maxwell, who is a second-round pick somehow, and averaging 16 points a game for this team. I think, is he somebody, I think I made him a point guard because they didn't have another one on the team. Well, I guess they have Chris Childs. But still, I think he would be the starter. Okay, let's get through a couple Bulls games here. We gotta scout a few more people. Not done with Eldon yet. Or Felton. Alright. Alright, couple wins over the Bulls. Here we got Kenny Payne in a second for Avery Johnson in a second. No thanks. Kenny Payne in a second. Why are they doing the same thing again? No thanks. Alright. Half expecting that to come up a third time. Those are two just giant wins. That was one of the biggest wins I've ever seen on this game. That's 64 points. Holy moly. They're 7 and 27. Ewing getting 36. I think this is probably a game where we could have played these guys. Would have been smart. We shot a great percentage. Beautiful. Reggie didn't make a three. We got Pooh Richardson leading the team. He was the 6th pick. They have Marquise as their scoring. And that's pretty much it. And then we beat him by 23. So settled down a little bit on the road. Sam Vincent got 24 points on me. All right, let's go check. We went through another month. Let's see what's going on transaction-wise. Nothing. There just aren't that many trades for some reason. Tripucka is hurt, so that'll help my pick. He's out for season, and he's averaging 19 points a game. Beautiful. Dawkins tore his hamstring. We got a young Anthony Mason with a broken finger. Award races. We got 2 Pacers in here, along with 2 Lakers. David Robinson's averaging 28 and 12. Oh my. He's ready to have a battle with Magic Johnson, who's been the MVP every single year so far. Rookie of the Year, yep, I would have told you that was Tim Hardaway. Crazy stats here for some rookies. 6-man, Charles Smith isn't starting, evidently. He hasn't started a game. He's averaging 17 points. Len Bias, who left, or Sacramento didn't accept his option for some reason. We got Scott Skiles, who's coming off the bench. Mike Mitchell getting 17 off the bench, too. Ewing's 3rd behind Olajuwon and Robinson. Eaton, Scottie Pippen's down here. Only averaging 14 points. Most improved. All expansion players, which makes sense because they got a lot of young guys. Smits is here. Doesn't look super improved. Henson does. Cycling, okay. None of these guys look super improved. Definitely not Derek McKee. So this is another kind of glitch for most improved. Season awards, we got another Ewing, another Stockton, and another Ewing. Sabonis is in there. Somehow Mullen only has 2 with his 30 points per game. Player of the month was Robinson and Drexler, so the Blazers have 2 different guys. Rookie of the month, Timmy and Blaylock. All-star voting, first time looking at this. Magic and Clyde. We got Isaiah only getting 13 points per game. That's super low compared to what he did last season at 20. They must have got somebody else that's scoring. Scott Lever. Andrew Toney's up here. I don't know why. 11.6 assists, not shooting super well. Do the Sonics have a really good record, or is it just the West backcourt is really weak? Why is he ahead of Mark Price? I mean, look at the stats. Looks like Mark Price should be ahead of him. Okay, front court. Olajuwon Wilkins Worthy. Mullen. Seriously, can the guy that's averaging 30 points be up there? Cummings, Sampson, Danny Manning. And in the East, we got Stockton is ahead of Michael Jordan, who's only averaging 21.5 now. Huh. Reggie Miller is fourth. So that's more based on team record, I would say. Because 19 points per game, I don't know. I mean, it's better than the guys below him. Maybe not better than Hardaway at 19 and 8. Ron Harper's hurt. He broke his ankle. So Jim Paxson's probably going to be playing more. The front court, Ewing is third. It looks like those three guys have pretty much locked it in. I guess there's a chance Ewing can catch up with Robinson, but probably not looking at those stats. King, McHale, Kellogg might make it as an all-star. That would be cool. This looks like another chance of getting 4 all-stars. I did do that in one year where it was Johnson, Kellogg, Marquise Johnson, Kellogg and Ewing, and then Stockton, I think was the fourth. I don't think Harper made it that year. Okay. Let's do another look at stats here, see if we need to change any minutes. Stockton's still looking amazing. Reggie's still looking amazing. Harper's still, he's shooting worse, like his worst since he joined my team. I could give another minute to Drazen. Let him, he's up another overall as well. Let him keep improving. Right now he's playing a little less than he did last year. Vladdy's at 48%, so I see no reason to put Kemp back in. Green's still solid. Ewing's amazing. Kellogg's points are down a little bit more. Rodman up to 46%, so maybe taking that minute away helped somehow. I mean, it does help with fouls, for sure. Okay, so I think I give another minute to Drazen, especially if we think we'll be trading Harper at some point. So, he could actually take 2 right here, and that'd be the easiest thing to do. Let's just do that. It's the only time he's playing shooting guard. The other option would be to have him come in first here, but nah. Alright, save that as my new lineup. Drazen passes Vladdy. We'll go to the deadline and see what we want to do with Harper and Drazen, really. So now the Pistons pick is up to 4th. It's Scott, Abdul Rauf, and Scott. Peyton's still first and 2 of them. My Sixers pick looks like they went on a winning streak, so now it's 17th. One of them has been getting a fake guy. I can promise you that won't happen. Here's the Sixers, so we'll see how good they are. Yeah, let's just go ahead and go through here. Rollins and a first. It's my first, so no thanks. For Divock. Ooh, only beat the Magic by 2. Only beat the Sixers by 3. They are 500. They have Larry Nance, who also won a championship with my team. That was so in 86-87 I had Chambers, 87-88 I had Nance, and 88-89 was when I had Perkins. So 3 guys that didn't really play the minutes that they would have on another team because they're kind of stuck behind some good guys on the Pacers, but they got championships, so hopefully they're happy. Reggie only 7 points. Ouch. Whooped on the Hawks. There we go, Reggie. And Derek Harper, 4 for 4 from downtown. Drazen played 19 minutes. Rodman fouled out. That's why. Sabonis shooting a much better percentage. There we go. Didn't want that 40% I was seeing before. And why are we only winning by 2 against the Magic? Partly because Timmy Hardaway had 31 points. And otherwise, nobody had a terrible game. Reggie shot a lot of free throws. Seems like we just couldn't defend them. Alright, let's get up to the deadline here. Marley for Divock. Marley wouldn't really have a spot on my team, so unless I trade Drazen, who's like 5 better than him, so no. Let's just go in overall order, I guess it'd be easier. Okay, well, 2 huge wins. A 43-point win over the Rockets. 2 30-point scores here. Reggie Miller shot... oh my god, my team shot 73 free throws. That might be a record. I shot more free throws than field goals. Has that ever happened? I'm guessing not. I would imagine not. They've got Glenn Rice, who is only the 11th pick. I remember I was trying to trade up to see how I could get him because he kept falling back. I'm guessing he's not starting. He's starting some games because they have Chuck Person, who's scoring quite a bit. They got Iceman still. Ralph is settling down a little bit, but these 4 guys up here, why Isaiah is not averaging as much. They also have Skiles, Shrimp, oh my god. Person fouled out, Sampson fouled out, Skiles fouled out, Shrimp fouled out in 8 minutes, Ainge fouled out. That's a lot of foul outs. That's why I shot 70 free throws. And then a 52-point win. That's embarrassing for the Celtics. Only 16 for Bird. Parrish and Eves shot terribly. Oh, Patrick Ewing and Reggie Miller are having some fun. Trying to make the All-Star team here. But now we're at the deadline, and we've got a decision to make about Derek Harper. See if any... There were a couple trades. So, Wolves trade David Thompson for Kenny Gaddison, so two not-so-great teams trading. The Suns got a first-round pick for Mitchell Wiggins. And the Cavs trade Albert King for Javon. So definitely no blockbusters. Just check these here before I do the trade finder. Rookies, relatively the same. 6'8". John Sunvold snuck in there, getting 17 points per game for this expansion team. He's played for a different team for the last 5 seasons now. Same guys. I think I already saw those. Check the voting here real quick. Looks like Blackman got hurt. Mullen passed Worthy. Jordan passed Stockton. That's okay. Reggie's probably not going to pass. As long as he holds 4th, I think he'll make the team. It'd be really cool. Tell me I made the right choice. Ewing's going to hold on to 3rd. Kellogg fell way back. Ouch. Don't think I'm going to get 4. Definitely not going to get 4 if Kellogg's 9th. Alright, let's do a little trade finder here on Mr. Harper and see what pops up. Purvis Ellison, who was the 3rd pick, he would be a much better backup center, but he wouldn't play that much behind Patrick Ewing. Marquise Johnson, probably not going to get him back after it took me quite a few seasons just to trade him in the first place. Dale Ellis, who was also on my team, he won 1 championship with the Pacers. And that was the decision I had to make. That just said Bernard King, one of the top scorers every season we've simulated. He's 33. and locked in until he's 36. So that's why they're trying to trade him, because they don't want his contract, and they've not been a good team at all. So while that'd be neat to have such a prolific guy, probably not what I want to do. There's the trade I was offered before, which is pretty enticing because Kevin Willis is a good role player and only has another year after this, making pretty much the same amount of money as Harper, and would be my backup center and power forward. I'd have to go 10-man, I think, rotation-wise, because Nate McMillan would have to play my backup point guard minutes that Harper's currently playing. And he's only 75 overall. That's interesting. Oh my god, that's Mitch Richmond, who's for some reason only 3 stars. That's another guy, though. I don't really need more scoring on this team. I need more, like, role players, like what Derek Harper is, honestly. But Mitch Richmond is only 24. He's a great offensive player. Okay, not so great at defense. It says B potential, so that's why they're willing to trade him. I don't think that would be him in a first going. It'd probably be the opposite in real life. Allen Robertson in a first. That could be a role player. He plays a lot of defense. One of the best stealers of all time, I think. Boy. So, one more year. He's making a lot less. He's the same age, or a year younger, and gets me a pick. The Nuggets are decent this year, though. Floyd Bowie. Well, what else can I try? I don't really want to trade Sean Kemp, even though based on stats, seems like I should because he's been just awful. Will Purdue doesn't really have a future on this team. We could try him with Harper. There's actually more offers this time. That one looks awful. Bucks trying to give me their best player, Notice Thorpe. Morrison Hammonds. There's Marquise Johnson again. Dan Marley. I mean, I like him, but doesn't really make sense for this team. There's Bernard King again. Willis, so I don't have to trade that second, but I think I'd rather trade it. Mitch and BJ, but now it's taking a first. Doherty. Joe Dumars. He's another guy, I think, because I don't know. Because they didn't accept his rookie contract option, his potential must be pretty bad. I mean, he's only 3 stars at this point, so. But he's 99 at defense. 99 at defense. He's not super fast, but what was his lateral? 78, 97 at defensive consistency. It says B potential. He's 26. Might not be going up from 81. That's weird. Not even averaging 10 points. He would be kind of what I need to replace Derek Harper. A defender that doesn't have to score all that much. That's an interesting one. Minute and Sleepy. Horace Grant. Ronnie Cycli and that big-time scorer John Sunvold. What else could we consider? If we get Willis, it takes away minutes from Green, makes McMillan play, and Divock not play. That's not great. The other thing I can consider is, let's just try this pick that the Lakers were already trying. I was going to say I could try that Sixers first because it's not going to be very good, it doesn't seem. Jeff Malone, he's like nothing but scoring. Marquise again. Robert Parrish. Wow. Dale Ellis in a first. Bernard. There's the same trade. So now it's just taking Avery Johnson to upgrade to BJ. BJ's only 2.5 stars. I wouldn't really play BJ over Nate, but he is an upgrade over Avery. That doesn't help Drazen play, though. Bill Lambier, Chambers, and Dumars. Floyd and Bull again. Bowie in a first. Sunvold in a first. Oh, let's try this pick now. It's probably not too much better than that second. Yeah, it's just kind of the same things. Cliff Robinson this time. Alright, the only other thing I could consider is if I don't need, or if I'm not going to play Drazen more, he could just go get me something else. Dan Marley and a first from the Celtics doesn't sound good. Kenny Battle, okay, so that's not getting me much. Drazen and Will Perdue, does that do anything? Not so much. There's a first and Lewis Lloyd. There's BJ. Alvin. Alright, so let's forget that. The other option is just to let it ride and see if we pretty much run it back with the team as is. I'm going to try one last thing. Do the second Harper and Purdue. Purvis again, Marquise again, Bernard and Duckworth, Willis. Now they're giving me Polynice, which is an upgrade over Purdue, but wouldn't play because Willis would be playing. 2 seconds. Man, that's hard not to do because Mitch Richmond's such a good player, but it kind of looks like he's not going to be the player he really was based on the 3 stars there. But he's had a good start to his career. I don't know. Lambier. Doherty wouldn't play enough on my team. Big Smooth. Is he still struggling? Yeah. Not as good off the Pacers. Alright, I think I'm just keeping it. That Kevin Willis trade is very interesting, but also something I could do even after the season. But we're going to see if Derek Harper coming off the bench can win me a 4th title. So let's go ahead. Let me check this real quick too. Kellogg will still re-sign. It's still the same thing as before that I don't want to do. Alright, we're staying put. Oh, sorry. I didn't ever try Purdue by himself, because if he can get me a first-round pick, I don't really need him on my team. It looks like that's not going to happen because I'm getting really bad people for him. Looks like people worse than him or second-round picks, or people worse with a second-round pick. All right. We will not stop to make some offers. We lost immediately after the deadline, so that's wonderful. To Mitch Richmond. Oh my God, they're 28-12. The Nets have totally turned it around. David Robinson got 23, Richmond 18. BJ gets 13 assists. Is he their starting point guard? Kind of, for some of the games. All right. Well, Reggie Miller struggled. I guess I'll just leave Harper on the trade block. Why not? That way they'll know going into the offseason that he's on the market. Bucks only beat by 8. Derek Harper, I think that's the first time potentially all season he's led my team. Looks like Larry Bird is the All-time three-point scorer. Pretty sure he already was, but we can go check that out too. I haven't really looked at the all-time records here recently. Or maybe at all. I don't know. Alright, we should whoop on the Pistons yet again, and hopefully the Wolves, since they're an expansion team. Alright, won by 36 and 11. So making that Pistons pick a little bit better. They've won 13 games, though, so they have improved a bit. Ewing with another big game. Kellogg trying to make a push for the All-Star team. I don't think that's going to cut it, unfortunately. We'll have to go check. This is also, I'm going to go into the All-Star game again and see if the jerseys are actually the real jerseys. I don't know that I did that last season, but it has to happen at some point. Derek McKee and Rick Smits, two real Pacers, leading the way. That's nice. 15 points now. How's Mookie doing as a rookie? Oh, he's shooting terrible, but scoring quite a bit still. Let's go see. Were there any other? The Wolves signed somebody. Nothing huge there. Let's just look at the All-Star participants. John Stockton and Patrick Ewing are starting for the East. Reggie Miller has made it. His first year as a starter. He only started 3 games as a rookie, none last season as the 6th man. Gets in as an all-star backup, averaging 19 points a game. Muggsy Bogues made it. That's kind of fun. 11.5 points, 10 assists, shooting a good percentage. So no Clark Kellogg. This is Ewing. I don't think he made it as a rookie. No, but he's made it every year since. So he is building up the accolades. Stockton, also 4th straight for him. Very cool. In the West, we've got 2 Blazers, 2 Lakers, and Chris Mullin. Alex English, Mark Aguirre, Fat Lever. 2nd year for him. So Blazers have 3 All-Stars. Dunk contest. We got Scottie Pippen in the dunk contest, led by Chris Morris and Sean Elliott. 3-pointers. John Stockton's in the 3-point contest. Pretty good 3-point shooters here. And the rookie-sophomore battle here. Do we have any Pacers? Doesn't look like there are any Pacers. Who was my rookie last year? Who did I have? I knew Kemp wouldn't make it this year because he's not even in my rotation at this point, but Reggie's. Did I not have a rookie last year? I drafted Avery Johnson, so I guess he was my 17th pick. Will Purdue I got with the 2nd round. Huh. Okay. Reggie's up another. Harper's up 2, so they're still tied technically in overall here. Kemp's the only one not up. Surprised he's not angry. We are going to try to play the All-Star game. Let's simulate through these. These so-called sophomores whooped on the rookies. So this was the losing team who had 2 people in double figures. Your MVP of this game, maybe Rick Smits. 5 steals. I don't know, for Willie Anderson, that's pretty good. A lot of even stuff here, but I'm going to give it to Rick Smits. Mark Price wins the three-point contest, and Scottie Pippen did win the slam dunk competition. Cool stuff. I'm going to click play game here, and we're going to see if still doesn't have the jerseys. I don't understand. I don't understand. Unless it's like somehow in the, like when I started this whole NBA era, did they not have that feature on yet? I don't know. I wonder if that's like a rule I can change in the off season or something. It's weird. Well, let's just simulate. The West win by 17. Ouch. Looks like Akeem had a nice game. Maybe, I don't know, Magic might be MVP worthy. 8, 5, and 11. Hard to say. In the East, we had Patrick with 14 and 8, only missed 2 shots. Reggie Miller only played 18 minutes, but got 13 points. Stockton gets 11 assists, didn't shoot very well. And I think that's where we're going to stop for the night. Make sure there wasn't anything else here. Look at the award races. So we've got Ewing and Stockton still in the running. Ewing passed Robinson. Maybe that was like that already. Same guys in rookie, 6-man, same guys. Defensive, so Benjamin took the place of Pippen. Those are the same. Willie Anderson got a player of the week. That's one of the more random ones I've seen. Yeah, I can still look at voting. I want to see how close was. So he was still 9th. Okay. So Lambier did make it. I don't think Dantley did. So if he just got a few more votes, he could have made it. All right. The other thing that I had said I'd look at was NBA records. I don't want to look at. I want to look at career. Here we go. Let's see. I want to find some active players here. So Iceman is active. I can't click him. I was going to make sure, see if he's retiring or not. Looks like he might be passing Oscar this year. He needs 250 points, and they've probably got 30 games to do it, so he might be able to do it. Dantley's still playing, so he's making his way up, and he's still averaging like 20 points a game. Moses is still playing. Bernard's still playing and averaging a lot. English is still playing. Larry Bird's 20th. Marquise is 21st. So they'll be making their way up. Let's see. I don't want to look at all of these, but just to see kind of who's up the top still playing. So Gervin's 4th. 3-pointers. So there's where they were showing Larry Bird. So John Sunvold, who's been just a scoring machine for every team he's played for. Pretty random, but he's really good at threes. Isaiah Thomas is top 10. Chris Mullen, who's in his 4th year and his 6th, so he'll probably be first in no time. Derek Harper from my team is 12th. Hopefully we'll have Reggie Miller up here pretty quickly. Stockton's 22nd. Miller probably hasn't played enough to be... Hey, there's Walter Davis. Kind of forgot he was on my team. Oh, Reggie is tied for 39th, right behind Magic Johnson, and right in front of Michael Jordan. That's cool. Free throws. Let's see who's up here. Dantley will probably move into 3rd sometime soon. Rebounds, Moses might move into 6th. He probably has, I don't think he's tried to retire yet, so hopefully he'll keep going. He played into the early 90s, I know, in real life. Robert Parrish is 18th. Assists, Larry Bird is 19th. Kareem, wow. Didn't realize he had so many assists. Isaiah's 14th. Will be moving up the charts, I'm sure. Mo Cheeks. I think Johnny Moore's still playing, yeah. Norm Nixon is 3rd. Magic. It doesn't look like this year he'll be doing it. See, if he gets 10 assists a game, he needs to get 700 more, so he needs about another season from now, it looks like. But he'll do it pretty quickly. Where is Stockton? Because he's been crazy with the assists. He's 25th, and he's only played like 5 seasons, so or 6 seasons, I guess. Blocks, Tree Rollins is 2nd. Parrish 5th. Let's see if Patrick Ewing's somewhere up here. Maybe not. Oh, there he is, 41st. Right behind Dennis Johnson. Wow. Okay. Steals. Marquise is there, 23rd. Walter. Moncrief, 15th. Isaiah, 12th. Bird is 7th. Dennis, Magic, Mo Cheeks. Gus Williams is still playing for the Sixers, so the top 5 are all playing still. I guess Quinn, it says 66, so maybe he's in the free agent list. Minutes, the top guy playing is Moses. Got Dantley down here as well. Turnovers, Moses leads. I think for the averages, they don't show up here until after they've retired. So it's still kind of neat to see where, like, Kareem, when he retired, where he ended up. Also, I guess that's the overall they were when they retired. Not so much for these other guys that were never in this. Yeah, Gilmore, 76 overall. Swinader, 67 overall. 3-point percentage, only 7 guys qualify. So these are all guys that have retired since I started this, because the 3-point line had just been implemented. Free throws, Calvin Murphy is in here twice. I'm not sure why. I think it's because he technically had retired, but I had him in the free agent list in the 83 season when we started it, just so there were some people there, like real people. So I guess if they had already retired, they added him in here. Oh well. Ho rebounds. Crazy Wilt. None of these are going to be... I don't know who Terry Tyler is. Huh. Slick Watts. Minutes per game. Games played. So Kareem was 100 games above Elvin Hayes. So looks like Moses is the top real... Oh no. Iceman is just above him. Oh, this is a cool thing I forgot was on the game. 40-point games. The highest active player is Dantley with 60 of them. Tied with George. 50-point games. Dominique Wilkins has 9 of them. Triple doubles. Magic Johnson. I don't know that he's going to catch Oscar. He might. He might. He's been averaging a lot. Larry Bird. And that's that. I want to see. So I'm in a game. Oh, I need to go to team records. Let's see. See how many of these have happened since we started this. So Clark Kellogg scored 47 points in a game. That's the only one that happened during this simulation. Patrick Ewing made 18 field goals. I'm going to see if I have any records. Reggie has made 4 3 different times, and Harper made 4. So once somebody hits 5, that'll be the new record. Free throws made, so Ewing does have that with 18, tied with Reggie. Kellogg got 15 and 16. Rebounds, Ewing has tied for second with 22. Kellogg 21. Assists, Stockton has all of those. 23 twice in 1986. So that's the start of his third season. He's got 21 3 other times. Blocks, Ewing had 9. Steals, Stockton did get 7 to make the list. Nobody's going to get close to that in minutes. Turnovers, Stockton's gotten 10. Harper got 10 once. Let's see if anything changed in playoffs, because we played a lot of playoff games. There's Marquise. All of these are in this simulation. So Marquise, Kellogg, Ewing, Kellogg. Big time scoring. All of those as well. Reggie got 6 threes in a playoff game last season. Dale Ellis, Stockton, Kellogg, Harper. 3 of those were all in 89. Free throws, 13 for Special K. Drazen got 11. I don't know how that happened. Rebounds, Kellogg got 20 in a game. AC Green got 17. That was when Rodman was hurt, I believe. Assists, Stockton again. Everything. Blocks, mostly Ewing, got 7 and 1. Derek Harper got 8 steals. So all of these. Did the Pacers never make the playoffs before this simulation? 49 minutes for Kellogg. Lots of turnovers. Season. So Kellogg. Oh, you do career for players on a team. Okay, well, this is pretty cool to look at. I probably should end the video by now, but this is kind of neat stuff. So Kellogg, 400 points less than Billy Knight did. So I might never get to that. This was points in a season. So that was the year before we started with Kellogg. How is Ewing not in this, though? Field goals made. Are these... Maybe these are more things that only show up... Yeah. These things might not happen until someone retires, because I definitely have people with more threes than this in a season. So the career thing might not be right either then. Well, that's kind of silly. I don't know why that would be that way. Yeah. Huh. Okay, well, let's look at career. It's the same thing. Yep. That's weird. Hopefully it does change once people retire. Johnny Davis. He played for the Pacers long enough to get 1,700 assists? Maybe. Kellogg's here, but not accumulating. Maybe this isn't as cool as I thought it was. Definitely not. Alright, mock draft. Pacers 5th still. Scott, Mahmoud. This one's down to 20th. Askins, Mustaf, and Jason Williams. And playoff picture, we are 7.5 games up on the Nets. We do have the Heat Michael Jordan's Heat in the playoffs. The expansion Magic are 6th right now. Cavs and Bulls are pretty awful. In the West, we've got the Lakers with 33 wins. So they're only 4 games behind me. So it's not like I'm that much better than everybody. And I've been losing to some scary teams. Jazz are not good, so the Wolves could make it into the playoffs. There's just a lot of teams around 500. Blazers are in the 4th seed because it's always the Blazers or Lakers in number 1 because they're in the same division. And just a quick look here at the stats to finish us off. So Ewing 25, Reggie 19, Kellogg 17, Stockton 17, Harper 11. Rodman's percentage fell back down to 43.6. Everybody else looking pretty good. Rodman getting more rebounds. Stockton's assists pretty much same as last year, but getting more points. Ewing getting 2 blocks. We'll see, 3-pointers. So Reggie shooting about 3 per game. Harper 2, Stockton 1.5. All good percentages. Kellogg decent. Drazen's percentages better. AC Green shooting some. Free throws. Ewing and Reggie. All right. Well, at the All-Star break, the Pacers are 37-6, sitting in first place. We'll pick it back up next time. Till then, thanks for tuning in. Shushack Redemption out.